Hi guys, welcome everybody to CanHammer, your source for 40k from the Great White North. Here playing Darren today. It's Paignton playing Darren. I've brought my pink Orks again to face off against Darren's Custodes over there. He's got a couple proxies because he wants to try out some of the new stuff that Forge World just released, which he's pretty excited about, and we'll see how they do.
Not that excited, but we'll see how it does.
Should be a fun game anyways. So for my list, I just kind of brought a massive horde of Orks with your standard Ludas, but I'm trying just a unit of 15. I've been playtesting a bit, and I found that one unit of 15 is good because often the small unit of Ludas gets picked up turn 1 because you can only use the Grot Shield on one unit, so if the terrain's not great, they get picked up, and relying on terrain is kind of a risky proposition. So over here I got 10-man boys, big 30-man boys, 15 Ludas, some units of Grots just for the Grot Shield, big unit of 30 boys up there. Got a couple characters there, 2 weird boys, both the jump. I got a mega boss who's just there to punch the Gretchen and tell him to stay around. Got a big mech with a custom force field right there. I'm trying the big unit of knob bikers. I got 9 knob bikers with big choppas. I've made them the cultist speed from the Vigilus detachment, and so I'll be using the stratagem that can like double their movement or pile them in 2d6, so that's pretty exciting. I got my war boss on bike from the index taking the Kill a Claw, so he's going to be the warlord. He's got the brutal but cunning trait, so he can be a boss and hopefully punch some Custodes, get through that 2-up armor. Got another unit of 10-man boys, small unit of Gretchen, Death Kill Wartrike, which is also part of the cultist speed, so he's going to let the bikes advance in charge, and he can auto-advance 7 inches, which is pretty cool, with his fuel mix of Grot, a lone Def Copta, and another 10 boys. Alright, now we're going to go over and see Darren's deployment. Alright guys, here we are with the Custodes deployment. He's got some of his troop guys sitting here on an objective, 3 of them. He's got his biker captain sitting out in the open right there. Another biker captain sitting in the open there because they are characters and so they won't be able to get shot, which is nice.
I'm just using these guys to zone out because they can't get shot because they're characters, and I got non-characters hidden, so they're pretty safe. And I'm just trying to take up some board space. So I'm basically, my list is kind of inspired by Eric Trock's list that he used recently to beat Nanavati's very similar Ork list. The mission is different and is a little bit against me with just the 3 objectives, but it's been mostly a foot-based Custodes list. I'm trialing the new Aquilon Terminators. These are just Alaris Terminators, but they're going to be the new Aquilon Custodians from the Forge World preview. So they have the fire pikes with the heavy flamers basically, and I've got a smaller unit of Wardens. Eric was running 9 Wardens, and they're in Deep Strike. So I'm hoping to just play a very cagey game, which apparently is the way that you have to play Custodes these days. And so we'll see how it goes. It'll be interesting if I can keep up with the scoring, because I'm not going to be holding more. Yeah, like the kills are going to be hard for Paignton to get, but you know, we'll see how that. It might just end up. I think it would end up pretty close until some kind of swing happens at some point. Yeah. Yeah,
for sure. All right. So today we're going to be playing Mission 2 from the ITC Champions Mission, which is Cut to the Heart. So there's 3 objectives placed. They're kind of in a nice line right here. There's my objective, 1 in the middle, and then Darren put his objective back there. And so the bonus point for this ITC mission is going to be hold the center objective and the objective in the deployments, the opponent's deployment zone. For secondary missions today, I took Recon, Old School, and Kingslayer. So I'm going to be trying to kill Trajan Valoris. He's going to be worth 5 points this game because I have Old School and Kingslayer. And then for Darren's secondaries, he took Recon, Reaper, because I got a lot of bodies. And what was the last one?
Kingslayer.
And the last one's Kingslayer, because I got my war boss on bike, so he's probably going to be coming in hot, and he isn't the strongest character, but he hits like a truck, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, Darren won the roll-off to go first, because he obviously has the +1, and he made me go first. And so we're going on to the beginning of Orks turn 1. We'll see you at the end. Alright guys, here we are at the end of Orks turn 1. So it was a pretty successful turn. I just kind of pushed everything forward, pushed up some boys in the middle objective to hold that, to try to get the bonus point. Ludas sadly weren't able to shoot anything because he just hit all his little Custodes units. Over here I jumped the 30-man boy squad that was there. They jumped over here, shot the Custodes, charged the Custodes, and it did 0 wounds. And in return he killed 6 boys, so they're just going to hang out there and be champs and weather the storm.
They're accomplishing what they're doing, which is holding the bonus objective.
Yeah, they're doing what they got to do. Over there, I had a pretty successful thing. I used the stratagem to double their moves. They moved 32, came up, axes swinging, went in hard to the Custodes captain, and got him down to 1 wound. I just couldn't quite crack him. He's too tough. Over there, I swung into some Terminators. Weren't able to kill them. The bike captain swung back first, and picked up 3 knob bikers right away. So the 3 wounds on each wasn't actually as helpful in this situation, because his D3 weapon rolled 2 3s on them and just insta picked up 2, and no invul is the orc dream. So I was able to get a lot of board control, and I picked up my recon and hold objectives and the bonus points, so I'm sitting pretty on objectives, but didn't kill anything turn 1, so we're going on to Custodes turn 1, and we'll see how they fight back. Alright guys, here we are at the end of Darren's turn 1. It was a pretty good turn. He moved up here, moved his Terminators out, and Trajan out and charged into the knob bikers, and he killed all of them but 1. And the knob biker valiantly swung back with his big choppa and was able to kill the 1 Terminator. So,
yeah, I really wanted to kill this unit because that would have given me kill more, like the bonus and kill a unit. That would have been a 2-point swing if I killed this dude. I guess I could have swung again with Trajan, used his moment shackle. It didn't really seem worth it.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then I decided to put my biker captain over here to help these guys out, because these boys aren't going to kill these 3 dudes.
No. The boys did 1 wound to a Terminator, finally.
And this is a priority for me to free up this objective.
To stop me from getting the bonus?
Because it's bonus and it's hold more. Well, you're going to hold more anyway, but next turn I'm dropping in some guys. And then so I just wanted to really kill this non-biker unit for a couple of reasons, and unfortunately failed.
Yeah, and he fell the shield captain out of combat to get the shield captain.
Yeah, so I would have killed him if I left the shield captain, right? So that was a mistake. Yeah.
So hindsight's 20/20, but sometimes shield captains should stay in combat. So he wasn't able to kill anything, so he didn't pick up the kill. I was able to get the hold more, but I didn't also kill anything. So
yeah, so that was a big mistake not leaving the captain in.
Yeah, that was a big mistake, and we'll go on to Orks turn 3. Right guys, here we are at the end of Orks turn 2. It was a fairly successful turn. I moved up my relic Wartrike over there to fight Trajan. He swung at Trajan, did 4 wounds, and then Trajan used his special ability,
Moment Shackle.
Moment Shackle, to heal D3, so Trajan's back up to 6 wounds, which is crazy tough to kill. Other than that, I just kind of zoned out everything, all the grots, everybody, because he's got 2 squads of Terminators deep striking. So everybody zoned out. Over there, he was able to kill my 30-man unit of boys, so I wasn't able to pick up the bonus this turn. But I'm still sitting on 2 objectives pretty firmly, and still got a lot of bodies, so we'll see what happens at the end of Custodes turn 2. Hey guys, here we are at the end of Custodes turn 2. It was a pretty sweet turn for the Custodes. So on my turn, he was able to kill all those boys with the captain and the Terminators back there, so he's able to hold an objective now, which is a big deal.
And got you off the bonus.
And got me off the bonus, which is huge. So I could have spent 2 CP to auto pass, but I decided it wasn't worth it. Over here,
well, actually that ended up being a 2-point swing, right?
Yeah, 2-point swing.
Or 3 points. I got 1 because I didn't hold an objective before.
Right, you got 1. I lost bonus.
You lost 1, and you lost bonus.
I didn't.
No, you just lost bonus.
I just lost bonus, so it's a 2-point swing. So who knows? We'll see if it's worth it later game. He was able to pick up the death kill ward strike there, and I interrupted, but I failed to kill or do any wounds to Trajan because he CP rerolled. So Trajan's still on 6 wounds. Being a boss over there, I'm going to have to figure out some stuff to try to get into him. He chose to deep strike 1 squad of his Terminators.
The Wardens.
The Wardens with the axes. They dropped in, shot some stuff, and killed 10 boys, but chose not to charge the 30-man. Because he wanted to keep the 30-man above half strength so that I can't.
Yeah, I want to force Paignton to jump these guys. Yeah. And on the off chance that he fails that, which is unlikely, then now I can't get looted. My captain's probably going to get looted anyway. Yeah, so that's kind of why I did that. I wanted to kill the 10-man because I can easily kill them.
Yep.
And then I wanted to kill some boys so I could wrap one. So the only way out for these boys is to get
jumping.
And I didn't kill enough so he could green tide it. So
yep.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with those boys. They'll probably be jumping, and we'll take from there. So yeah, we're going into Orks turn 3, and the score is currently 8-5 for the Orks. Yeah. But still keeping it a tight game. So we're going on to Orks turn 3. All right, guys. Here we are at the end of Orks turn 3. Pretty good turn. What happened, I moved these weird boys around a bit. I jumped the 20-man boys over there, shot anything to the Terminator, did nothing. Tried to make my charge, rolled a 7, rerolled the 1 dice for a 4-up, and rolled a 3 again, so I got another 7. Over here, these 2 little boys on the left fell back. The Luda shooting whiffed pretty hard. They used the Daka stratagem, they shot, rolled the 1, CP'd it into another 1, so as good as Ludas are, the D3 shots are variable, and sometimes you just roll bad. So that's alright. But they still were able to kill two Terminators because he failed a lot of 3-ups.
Wardens, yeah.
So that was lucky, and I did a smite.
No feel, no pains.
I did a smite for 3 wounds, and he failed all his 6-up feel no pains.
Yeah.
So at the end of my turn, I was able to pick up Recon, I was able to pick up Hold. I still haven't killed anything, so that's kind of a bummer, but yeah, we're going on to
probably gonna
Custodes turn 3, and he's deep striking in all those Terminators with Flamers, so we're going to see how it goes. So one more thing, when I jumped the boys, I rolled a 8 on the dice, and I had +2, so I got a 10. And he used the stratagem for the Custodes to try to deny it. And he rolled a 9, so he was 1 away, and then he CP'd it and rolled a 9 again.
Yeah.
So the jump was luckily went off, which got all my boys over there.
Because if he didn't jump, I wouldn't have lost those Terminators. Well, I would have lost 3 wounds from the smite, but I wouldn't have lost any more Terminators.
Yep.
That orc unit probably dies in your turn. And then I get free movement, and actually with the free movement, I might even ended up denying you
the hold more, but we'll see.
Yeah,
hold more is at the end of this.
I'm probably going to hold more anyway.
Yep.
So luckily for me, they failed to charge.
Yeah, so they failed the in charge, so I might have pointed a wound off Terminator too, but I at least held them up.
The question still remains is what to do about these guys.
Yep.
Think about that in a minute. So.
And you're down to 2 CP?
Yeah.
So he does have 2 CP left, so he can do the deep strike stratagem again, deep strike close if he wants to use the Terminators on those boys, but we'll see what he decides. Going on to Darren's turn 3. Alright guys, here we are at the end of Custodes turn 3. Awesome turn for the Custodes. He moved up all his characters over here, dropped in the Flamers. His Flamers that he paid 20 points for, but they're 12-inch Flamers. They're fire pikes. They flamed all the boys over here. Killed all the boys except 3, and then I spent 2 CP to auto-pass morale because I'm planning on green tiding the boys back and pressure another corner. Over here, he moved up his Terminator guys. He was able to kill the weird boy shooting and then move the Terminators up. Just charged
this weird boy shooting, and I charged and killed that one. And
charged and killed that one, and then he tri-tipped my 1 Gretchen there, so I'm not able to follow to combat, which is a bummer. I still got to pound those Gretchen. Over here, he did his Custode, moved over, just killed those 2 guys, just to clean them up, and then got Recon here. So at the end of his turn, he scored Recon, he got Reaper points, and he killed more, and he actually holds more, because all of his guys are OBSEC here.
Yeah.
So he actually pulled ahead by 1 point, so it's 11 to 10 going into Orcs turn 4. Alright guys, here we are at the end of Orcs turn 4. Pretty successful turn. So the 3 boys that were over there that I passed morale on, I green tided them over here, shot, and I was able to kill 1 Terminator finally. And then they made their in charge, and they were able to take that objective, get me the bonus. Over here, I kind of moved up all my characters, and these boys that were over there and charged in, I was able to kill 2 Terminators, because he didn't make any feel no pain, or he made 1 feel no pain, to keep 1 Terminator on 1 wound from my...
Yeah, I made 1 out of 8 feel no pain.
Super Mega Claw Boss, so that's what 6-up feel no pains are like sometimes. So right now, I hold 3 objectives currently, and I kind of ran away from all his Terminators over there, so they're going to have to do the march towards me. They should be able to probably get in and do some work. Right now, I scored the last of my Recons, and I still got to kill Trajan, but I did do enough wounds to him, so I got 2 points for Kingslayer so far. And yeah, I'm forcing him to deal with another 30 boys back there. He only killed 4 with the Terminators, so that would be another mulch fest at the end of my turn 4. And yeah, go on to Custodes turn 4. Right, here we are at the end of Custodes turn 4. Pretty sweet turn. He moved up these Terminators and made a clutch charge. He just rolled a 3, was able to get into my Warlord.
4, I needed a 4.
Yeah. And
these guys,
they rolled a 3-inch charge, and they were just 4 inches away from the Warlord. They were able to get in and slay my Warlord. So that got him 4 points for Kingslayer on the D3s. He just got him. Then over here, the Warboss interrupted, killed 1 Terminator in response, which was I think worth it in the end.
Well, it meant that I couldn't hit you.
It meant that the war boss lived with 2 wounds.
I probably would have killed that war boss.
Yeah, so on my turn, the war boss will be able to swing. Over there, he killed 9 boys. There's still 17 left, so they're still holding that objective. So at the end of his turn, he was able to kill more. He was able to max his Kingslayer and
another Reaper.
And another Recon and another Reaper. So he's max Reaper and Kingslayer. And he was able to hold an objective and get his kill.
You got hold more.
I got hold more because I still got the Gretchen back here.
So because he took 4 wounds off Valoris already, so he actually gets two Kingslayer for that.
Yeah.
And I didn't hold more last time because after he forgot to pile in his Gretchen, and I wouldn't have got the hold more.
Yeah.
So it was actually 12-10 at the end of last turn, and now it's 19-16.
Yep. So Custodes are up 3 points going into Orks turn 5.
Yep.
And I'm out of CP, so we'll see what goes on.
We're all out of CP.
Alright guys, here we are at the end of the game. We're just doing a combined recap for the last 2 turns. Over here, in his last turn, he was able to kill the boys, but they were able to stay there, so I was able to still hold the objective.
Got you 1 more point.
Got me 1 more point.
And hold more.
Yep.
For turn 5.
These Gretchen are still alive here, so all the Orc models left are 10 Gretchen and 1 Def Coptic getting Linebreaker in the back.
And 5 Gretchen there, which I guess I could have killed.
5 Gretchen hanging out, but they don't matter.
Yeah.
On his turn, he just moved up these Terminators. All their D6 Flamers at 12
66 Flamers took the Ludas
66 out. Just wiped all the Ludas, because no Grot Shield, because no CP. And he killed all the Grots there. And he holds the middle objective. And so at the end of the game, it was a victory for the Custodes at 28 to 19. And so we're going to come back.
It was much closer, but the last turn I managed to score a whole bunch because of,
killing and holding, and Orcs didn't have much left.
Yeah.
So we're just going to do some final thoughts. Alright guys, here we are at the end of the game. So it ended up being a 28 to 19 point victory for the Custodes. It was a pretty tight game up until the end where the Custodes were just really able to swing it because the Orcs lost their numbers and really didn't have enough punches, and Orcs have a lot of trouble with 2-up armor saves, and his entire army was 2-up armor saves and toughness 5 across the board, so like the boys punching didn't really do much. I think at the end of the game I was only able to kill 1 squad of Terminators, and so I killed 3 Terminators and then a couple, 4 out of another squad. So I think I killed like 8 models at the end of the game.
Yeah, I don't think you actually killed a whole unit.
I killed 1. No.
Oh, no, you killed my 1 captain.
I killed 1 captain.
And that was it.
The entire game. That was the only unit I ever killed. So this style Custodes list was actually really clutch for denial of points in ITC because I wasn't able to get kill any turns, so that lost me 6 points throughout the whole game.
Yeah, like you maxed out your recon, which I knew you would do.
Yeah,
there's no way for me to deny that.
Get the recons.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought with this mission, because I'm not going to get hold and hold more, and when you hit my back objective with your jumped boys the first turn and tied that up and got bonus, I thought that was going to be a big deal. Yeah, which it was. Like it got you bonus point and hold more and stuff like that.
And denied you the hold too, which was important. I was able to deny you the hold for a couple turns.
Like I was not getting bonuses in this game unless for some reason you left your whole objective unguarded, which you wouldn't have.
Yeah.
So I just had to kind of eat the initial
charge.
Wave. Yeah, and then go out from there. Because Orcs do struggle with 2-up armor, and the T5 is a big deal. If it's T4, so many more attacks are going through and you're going to fail 2-ups. Yeah.
Yeah, so the T5 and the 2-up armor save just mean that I wasn't killing much, and I only brought 15 Ludas, but I think that was a good play, because if I had brought more Ludas, they would have done
more wasted
even
points.
Less. Yeah.
Yeah, your Ludas
did not much. I rolled a lot of 1s in their shooting. I rolled a 1 and then re-rolled with a command point, rolled a 1, but it's D3 shots, and so that happens sometimes, so you know. As much as the Ludas can pop off if you roll the 3, if you're rolling the 1, they're not a lot. And so I personally feel that investing a ton of points in the Ludas is really risky. You know, it's kind of like gambling. If you roll hot, they'll pick up people's armies. But if you roll low, they're just not doing much. And sometimes 5s and 6s to hit, you only get like 2 hits. And so like the Ludas can be extremely scary if you roll high, but if you roll low, they're not doing a whole bunch. So that's why I've cut it down to 15 Ludas in this list.
Do you think your bike charge turn 1 was a bit aggressive?
Yeah, potentially.
You basically lost those bikes for nothing.
Yeah, so the turn 1 I decided to go ham with my knob bikers. Most of the choice on that was if I was actually able to pick up the captain, I would have lost a lot less bikers. because the captain was able to swing back and killed 3 bikers just by himself. And so I got the captain down to 1 wounds, and I think the knob bikers maybe kill him, but the thing is that a 3-up invol is really swingy. Sometimes you make wild saves, sometimes you don't, and so it's kind of hard to figure out how many wounds you're going to really get through. And so I think the knob biker play at the beginning was maybe a little bit too aggressive, because I could have maybe played it cagier and then tried to go in hard with a bunch of boys and the bikes at the same time. And so I'm still kind of new to running the knob bikers, and I just got to feel it out, you know, just because I have the ability to use the stratagem and move 32 inches and like go ham, it doesn't mean I need to do it turn 1, because he doesn't really have much shooting and stuff to pressure me, so I can kind of play it slower.
The advantage for me of you doing that was that at that time I really had nothing else to do but kill those bikers.
Right, because
I wasn't moving out. I got trapped in my own corner by the boys. I wasn't going to start. I had to wait for my guys turn 2 to drop in. So really, it was just giving me something to do.
Yeah, and giving you a kill.
And I don't know how many points that unit was, but probably wasn't cheap.
Yeah, it's 370 points for the squad.
So you basically threw away 400 points on the first turn, and while you did kill the captain in the second turn.
Yeah, for my one victory kill.
Right? Well, it wasn't worth it.
Yeah.
And it got me on the board early. And I feel like in this game, what you had to do was suppress me, as opposed
contain
to
you in your deployment zone,
Yeah.
and then just play the objective game really hard, and just realize I'm not going to kill anything, and play the game as if I'm not killing anything, because it is possible with ITC missions to still win the game if you're not killing stuff, as long as you're getting your bonuses and your secondaries, and all that stuff. So maybe if I had gone into the game with that mindset, it would have been different. I think picking Kingslayer was a risky pick. Kingslayer is always kind of risky because it's one model, and so they're often able to hide it. So this game, I almost was able to deny Kingslayer, but I made a little bit of a misplay. I charged in my Big Mech when I shouldn't have. I should have just sat him there and movement blocked the Terminators, which would have left my Warlord safe. And so that was a misplay there.
Your Warlord came in and killed a couple,
two Terminators.
Warden. No, because I made that one field.
Oh yeah, you made one field of pain.
Because he does 4 damage, which is crazy.
Yeah, the Kill Call War Boss hurts, but
but then
invols and field of pain.
But then you gave me 4
good.
Points the next turn.
Yeah,
from killing that guy.
Yeah, so it wasn't worth it in hindsight, of course.
So, in hindsight, 28, 23, but still that's a 4-point swing.
Yeah, well, the main misplay was just charging the Big Mech in. He could have just sat there, movement blocked, and then that was kind of my idea, is that, he'll be safe, but then the Terminators just swung and obliterated the Big Mech, and so he was able to come in and pick up my Warlord, which is a big 4-point swing. So, yeah, it happens. Yeah, mistakes are made.
Yeah, it was a great game. It was super close till probably end of turn 4.
Yeah, it's definitely
was like a turning point.
Been the closest game I've had with Darren, so that was good and fun.
No, I really like the foot list. It allows me to play pure, which is the dream of Custodes players.
All Custodes. So what did you think about the new units? Like, did they play the way you expected? What would you change in the future?
So I think the Aquilon Terminators have play. The only advantage the LRs have over them is because they're about the same price, 1 or 2 point difference. Okay. With the Firepike Fist
upgrade, flamer upgrade,
loadout.
Okay.
They are missing the character sniping stratagem.
Right.
They are missing the ability to pile into characters, which, to be honest, doesn't come into play that often.
Okay.
And the only other stratagem, they are lacking the grenade that prevents Overwatch and makes you -1 to hit.
Okay.
And the ability to split into individual, which I have never done anyway.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of decent stratagems in there that can come really in handy.
Mm-hmm.
And they can all tangle foot, so that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And they all drop in, and they're about the same price. So really, it's a matter of weapons. The fire pikes are obviously way better than the ballistic grenade launchers if we're talking 12-inch weapons.
Yeah. The D6 flamer hits at strength 6.
Like literally, that 66 hits will just melt whatever.
Vaporize, and right now, since we're in the Horde meta, I think they're definitely see play. And then, even on Overwatch 2, they're pretty much unchargeable because 66 flamers at 12-inch.
You can't charge that unit.
You can't charge it, and it's going to drop in and flame something, and then...
Yeah, the other big thing about them is strength 10.
Yeah.
Which is what we're missing to kill knights. So 6 knights, when I mathed it out, and I suck at math, just maybe kills a knight if you're a little bit lucky. And doesn't if you're a bit unlucky, but the knight's fairly wounded. So it would be nice if we could take a 7, 8, or 9-man unit, but it's maxed at 6, which might be a deal breaker. But
they're still a very expensive unit, so taking them at 6.
Yeah. So I think it definitely deserves more testing.
Yeah.
I do like Wardens because they come with Castellans and they're pretty cheap, 61 points now because they got a price drop.
That's cheap for Custodes, you know.
Yeah.
Us Orcs are sitting
Yeah,
over here
that's
at 7 points. We're like, oh, it's a little expensive.
But they come stock with the Misericordia and the Axe, so they're a strength 8
kind of powerhouse too.
But you have to pay a CP to drop them. I definitely in the last 6 months I've learned to use my Vexilla better.
Yeah, your Vexilla play
I
is
used
good
to
this
just
game.
like run them like it would be useless after turn 1. It's really not a good thing to use them for, but
yeah.
So
the -1 to hit isn't as huge versus Orcs, but definitely against other Wists, the -1 to hit can really come into effect. And even versus the Orcs, it had a little bit of play and was going to deny me some shooting turn 1 because all the bikes shot, and that's like 6 shots each, and they did nothing.
Yeah.
So I was able to do something.
Yeah. Overall, I feel like Custodes is a good matchup against Orcs.
Yeah.
It's not like
lots of 2-ups and
it's not auto loss like playing Knights or whatever.
Right.
So, and I feel like the Orcs, depending on what they have, if you're running a whole bunch of Bone Breakers, I'm going to struggle against that.
Yeah. But versus the typical Orc list these days, it's all Horde and Ludas is the quote-unquote competitive list, and so I think that list would still be able to do the board control, but you really have to go into the game knowing I'm not killing any of his models this game and just play the denial game. And I think Orcs can play that fairly well, but at the same time, you know, the Terminators can pick up a lot of units with all the Flamers and stuff, and so it's still anybody's game kind of. And it depends on the bonus too, whether the Custodes are going to be able to hold enough objectives and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah. All in all, it was a great game.
Yeah, great game.
Very happy
Super
to
fun.
come out to CanHammer and play another game.
And let us know what you think of Paignton.
Yeah.
Is trying out to make content. You noticed that I wasn't controlling the camera.
Yeah. So
it's actually liberating to not control the camera when you're playing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so hopefully Paignton can contribute to the channel and see lots more content. Because that would be really good.
Awesome. Well,
all right, good game, man.
Thanks everybody for watching.
All right.
We'll see you next time.